And that was
a glorious train wreck. that was an enjoyable. It was like that whole panel was a train wreck, but I loved that was like the worst game of Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to take anything from that, but you're absolutely right, because I was watching that going, huh? Like you can't. These people don't mesh together, but they do.
Yeah,
like,
they do.
They just don't work, but they do. Like, I don't know how to explain how this thing is so messed up and so right at the same time.
All I gotta say is John Cena is gonna steal this movie.
And he was quiet during the panel. He didn't really say too much. But when they showed the footage of them actually shooting the movie, because if you really think about it, we got two trailers. We got the one trailer where it was showing everyone's character, everybody's individual character. And I don't know where they pulled half of these villains from. I was like, who the hell is who's Polka Dot Man? I'm like,
oh yeah, these are obscure characters.
Yeah, the D-list characters.
Yeah. That's not even
D-list.
That's not even the D-list. That's like the G-list. I was like, who's the Rat Catcher 2? I was like, first of all, who's the Rat Catcher? Second of all, why is there a Rat Catcher 2?
These are the characters that's just like, look at super villains. I can do that too. Wait, I think I have a Halloween costume from 1989 in my closet. I'm gonna put that on.
I mean, that Harley Quinn show made Kite Man actually legit.
Yeah.
First of all, nobody better ever talk about Kite Man. That is the greatest villain ever made. Kite Man is the man, and if I can say anything, Kite Man should already be in the Suicide Squad, and he should never ever die in the Suicide Squad, because Kite Man is the ish.
You got Peacemaker with John Cena. You got the Polka Dot Man, Rat Catcher, like you said. Who else was
Weasel?
There? Weasel.
James Gunn is gonna play.
Like, who's Weasel?
Blackguard or something like that. Was it? Who's Pete Davis playing? Pete Davidson.
Yeah, it's like black something.
Black something. Right?
Blackbird.
Blackguard, I think it was.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Something obscure that we don't care about.
And you know most of these people are gonna die.
Yeah, Blackguard.
Yeah,
definitely.
Blackguard gonna die. Rat Catcher ain't making it. I do like that they plugged the Thinker in, because we got to know the Thinker from the Flash.
I hate the Thinker.
No, but here's the thing. Where is this set? Because somebody's saying it's set like in the past.
This is supposed to be I think it's the sequel actually, but it's the sequel / soft reboot.
Yeah, it's rebooted sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
Like, how come they're Elvis playing Bloodsport now?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be Bronze Tiger.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird.
Well, they said he was gonna replace Will Smith, but now they're just like not gonna have Deadshot.
Yeah,
they saw that in the very beginning. Like, the talk was for him to replace him, but then they changed their mind. They're like, no, because the thing is, the studio, like, secretly they want Will Smith to come back at some point.
Yeah, because Will Smith needs a hit.
Yeah, they want to keep the door open for him to come back.
I thought he already got a hit.
I mean, he got an entanglement, but you know,
I thought he took a hit to his soul. Like,
I like them too. So they was just like, all right, we're gonna come up with someone else for Edris to play. And I was just like, well, let him be Bronze Tiger, because you done killed him on Arrow. So so that character. But then I'm like, Bloodsport. So whatever.
So instead, they looked at the Fast.
I want him to be Jon Stewart, but
that's not.
Yeah.
But instead, they looked at the Fast and the Furious movie. It was like, we'll just take that character from there. We'll just make him look exactly like the Fast and the Furious.
But I think his character has a daughter. Like, Bloodsport's character has a daughter, because remember that little black girl that read that one question? Somebody said something about. I think he said, he was like, oh, you'll love her in the movie. She'll be amazing. And then somebody's like, yeah, that's my child. Or I think he plays. That little girl plays his daughter, so
in other words, they just mix Will Smith's.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, he's not going to be Will Smith's character, but you're just going to give him his storyline.
Well, James Gunn pulled from like the early days of DC with some of these characters.
Of course he did,
because it's just like, what
Polka Dot. Like,
I mean, as obscure as it is, I just have a feeling that it's actually gonna surprise me. Like, I have literally no faith in this movie.
No,
but
it looked good though.
But it does look like it's gonna surprise me.
Even John.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Yeah,
this is going, as Jerrell said, this is going to be the most wonderful train wreck we are ever going to see.
And I have to say, I absolutely love that they mix Harley's outfit. It's like a little bit of Arkham City and Injustice too. I was like, wow, nice.
Oh yeah.
The fact that James Gunn is just sitting there, the fact that he's Weasel.
Oh, his brother, right? Yeah. Sean Gunn.
Oh, Sean Gunn is. Oh, yeah. Sean Gunn is Weasel. Oh, okay.
Yeah, James Gunn, he has to redeem himself with this one, because Y'all already know how I feel about Guardians too.
Yeah,
you gotta let that one go. Just like I gotta let Batman v Superman go. Because Guardians 2 was what it was. We don't, as a Marvel fan, we don't expect anything from the Guardians of the Galaxy to just be fun. And that's it. And it's kind of like Suicide Squad. This is gonna be a train wreck that I'm just going to the movies to watch to have fun with. I don't expect any like deep continuity to it.
Of course not.
And I'm just happy Jared Leto's not in it, so I mean it's good.
Macaulay Culkin, Joker.
Yes, I actually like Jared Leto, but
you can leave right now.
But the saving grace is they did, because the thing with the Suicide Squad is because it is a rotating cast of villains.
Yeah,
like every movie could be a whole different group of people. I do like the fact that you kept Viola Davis as Amanda Waller.
That's a must.
Yes.
You know, you brought back Margot Robbie's Harley
and
Quinn.
Boomerang.
And because you couldn't get Will
Cameron.
Smith, you got Captain Boomerang because Will Smith said no. So at least there. And they even brought back Rick Flag. Like Rick Flag's coming back. June Moon's old side piece. So I actually like June Moon. So we got 4 familiar characters. So I don't have a problem with them taking those 4 recognizable core characters and then just filling them up with a bunch of like other random people.
That's true. So we all can agree, Suicide Squad, happy train wreck. We're all gonna love,
especially when John Cena said when they came to him with the character of Peacemaker, he was like, so who's Peacemaker? And the guy was like, well, he's basically a douchebag Captain America. And then he was just like, got it. So I actually do want to see
even though I swear to God, John Cena should have been Shazam.
Yeah, I think he would have nailed it. I
think after that panel, wasn't it the black girls in?
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I did.
Shame
that was
on you.
Yeah, that was actually a really good panel. Nadya, you saw that panel?
I was like
The
in
boss.
and out because I was glued to my phone all day yesterday, so I kind of like needed a lunch break.
Like that was a really good panel. Like I actually learned.
But I think I saw like a little bit of it.
I was playing Fall Guys. So,
honestly, like I learned a lot from a lot of those characters on there and how they feel about joining the DC universe and what they're a part of. At first I thought it was going to be like, oh, this is the glory days of like these girls being empowered. No, they really had a lot to say about being.
Oh, that was the one with the what's her name from Black Lightning?
Yes, and it was like
so I did watch part of it.
Yeah, and I thought
Candace Patton was there.
I did watch part of it.
Even Legends, they weren't all black. The woman from Legends of Tomorrow, she's Muslim.
Yeah,
and then they even brought in Grace from Black Lightning, and she's Asian.
Yeah, and
it was basically the non-white girl panel.
Yeah, and I thought that was a very good panel. Like just because everybody who participated in had a good take on everything going forward and the characters that they played, and they actually like the girl who plays the Muslim character. She said, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm Muslim American," and she was like, she said, "I'm American that has whose religion is Islam, and I'm going to play this character the way it's supposed to be played." And she did an excellent job, and she looks good. Well,
she also said that, and kudos to the studio for this. They said that for her character, they hired a Muslim American writer.
Yes,
specific and things like that never happen.
Yeah, to get the authenticity.
Yeah,
and I will say, what's her name that plays Thunder?
Oh, Nafisa Williams.
Yes, she impresses me every time. On top of that girl is bad.
I love her.
Yeah, I can't understand. Like, what's really got me in Black Lightning now? Her younger sister annoys me a bit.
Yeah, she does.
Like Vanessa, I'm just kind of like you picked a good one.
He's like, you bring in the thunder, all right. And even Anna Jop from Titans. She talked about the backlash that she got
for Starfire.
For being Starfire,
and I think that was just stupid.
Yeah, well,
I actually love her as Starfire. I just hated her outfit.
Yeah.
Yo, you said the same thing. Justin you said, "Yo, I love Starfire. I can't stand that outfit."
Yeah.
Right?
And she wore that.
I hated her outfit. Yeah. She looked like a 70s, 80s like pimp. Like,
well, they took it from the 80s when she appeared in the 80s. That's where they got the hairstyle and everything else. So I was like, okay, but I was like, but that it don't work today.
She wore the same outfit for like the first 5-6 episodes.
Yeah, I was like, that look doesn't work for today.
It wasn't until they got to the Bruce
it doesn't
Wayne,
work now.
Yeah, in the Bruce Wayne safe house that's when she actually changed her outfit because she had on like the purple pantsuit.
Yeah.
And when she came out, I was like, well, damn. I
Tom.
was like, where was this? Like when the show started.
I just wish she was more her,
Yeah, they straightened her hair in season 2.
more orange at times.
No, but that's the
the
point
power,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the point of it. She's not supposed to be an orange. She's an alien, but she's not going to be an orange alien. Like it just looks good on her.
I got spoiled by the Titans cartoons, man.
I mean, everybody's been spoiled by the Titans cartoons, but like it's fun. I mean, if you're gonna nitpick with that, how come Beast Boy can only do 2 things? Tiger and
Snake.
Well,
he did a snake, and
Well,
then
they
never
should
brought
just
that
break
up.
the 4th wall and be like, "Look, man, we on a budget."
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it.
And after that, they had the surprise DC Comics panel, which was what's it?
Oh, Milestone.
Yeah, Milestone.
Yeah, the Milestone. I was happy about
Yeah,
that.
Milestone Comics is coming back.
Yeah, and they
that's
also teased voice actor of Static Shock teased that they're gonna be working on a live action Static Shock movie,
which is good.
Yeah. He said we're trying to get the live action Static done. So.
if they could de-age him.
That would be so sick.
Yeah, we were looking for because like it's weird because people keep trying to get Static on Black Lightning, and my whole thing is I don't have a problem with that, but the only reason why y'all want him because it's like DC has 9 TV shows, but you specifically just want him on Black Lightning because he's black. I was like, why can't he go on the Flash? Why can't he go on Legends? Like we just want him on the Black show.
Well, because isn't Jefferson his mentor? Like even in the comic, he's his mentor.
Yes and no.
But it'll work.
In the cartoon, he didn't have a mentor. He was just rolling dope. On Young Justice, he's his mentor.
Yeah, true.
But but don't just dump him on Black Lightning because he's black.
But we all asked him for him to show up in Black Lightning too, so it works. So after that is
if you see
Snyder?
how quick, we see how quickly we're going through, and this is going to take a little bit. So we're going to go into the 55-minute mark. So we're gonna start this off. We're gonna do this ladies first. Nadia, you are going to tell us your take on the Snyder Cut.
I'm sorry, what? Snyder Cut?
Yeah, we're gonna do this ladies first. You're gonna tell us your take
Okay.
on the Snyder's Cut.
I'm excited as hell. So the crazy thing is, I didn't hate the Justice League movie. When BVS came out, I had my I kind of liked it, I kind of didn't, but Ben Affleck was a saving grace for me. And then when Justice League came out, I wasn't a fan of this. Like I mentioned before, I'm a huge stickler for CGI, and I freaking hated the CGI for Justice League. And my main issue with it was more so pacing. I love the cast, so I'm really happy that we're gonna see Ben, like I said, Ben come back, because my main issue with it was pacing. So now that we're getting the Snyder Cut, he said it's gonna be 4 episodes, 4 hours.
4 hours.
So we can basically watch it in 4 intervals or as one big movie. And I'm really happy because that seems like it's so much footage. So we're probably going to fix all the things that were inconsistent with the pacing in this movie. So I'm really freaking excited. Oh, and then we're going to see Darkseid. And my main issue with it was Steppenwolf. I hated how he looked. It was trash. So hopefully that's all fixed in this.
Okay. So I know Jerrell and Justin are itching to get to what they want to say. So I'm going to say this because it'll give you guys a chance to retort. 2 things. Thank you, Nadia, for saying Darkseid.
His name is Darkseid. I just wasn't going to correct her.
Yeah, because
his name is Darkseid.
Because there have been so many people who have come in and said, "Oh, some people call him Darkseid, some people call him Darkseid," and I thought I was the only one that said that once, and I caught flack for that.
Yeah.
You said it, so thank you.
Nadia's officially you're officially the second person in life who has called this man Darkseid. Sean being the first.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who have actually said that.
Because I always said Darkseid, and people said no Darkseid.
Thank you.
I've never met
Roz and Raj.
I've never met anybody that called him Darkseid. Even on all animes and even in the movie, Steppenwolf literally says we're doing this for Darkseid.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I've heard the same argument she did. You call him Darkseid, they're like, no, Darkseid. And okay, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
And then Roz and Raj.
Exactly.
Well, apparently, Raish is the correct.
And Raish.
Yeah, Raish is how you're supposed to calling him Raz is supposed to be disrespect.
I mean, if they was gonna call him Darkseid, technically they should have just reversed. It's just ID. It just could have just just switched it around.
Because remember, it's spelled like Dark Seed.
Yeah,
but
it's dark. It's dark side.
So I'm gonna get into. I'm not gonna make this too in depth. I'm gonna say this. Like, you think I'm gonna say this was overhyped? No, I think Nadya hit it. I didn't like Steppenwolf's suit because it looked like he just hadn't bathed in a while and it's crusted over, and it just became part of his outfit. Like, all the dirt just crusted over hard enough to become a suit of armor for him. I do like that they changed that. That looked very good. Didn't kind of get the Batman getting shot by the parademons and him blocking it with his arm. That didn't make sense to me.
He's Batman.
I get that part. Like, that part I get. The Flash Speed Force part I did like, because you need to put him in the, like, show him the Speed Force. Now that part makes sense for him showing up to Bruce and screaming about Superman. Those make sense. But it's still, at the end of the day, still does not. I still kind of feel like DC does the same thing over and over again. We want to save Justice League so that we can make this an argument between how Marvel is doing the whole them universe and how we're doing ours. When I want to say something to any DC fan, Marvel has been at that for 10 years. They took 10 years to build that entire universe to what it is. And even the worst movie they have still kept with the continuity. DC didn't take that time to do it. They kind of literally jumped from they went from Christian Bale's Batman to putting out Wonder Woman and everything else, and then saying to themselves, okay, this is how we're going to do it. So kudos to Snyder getting his cut. Still think everybody just went too crazy. Like, this is going to be the saving grace of the movie. No. Here was my saving grace, because I'm going to wrap this up. Your saving grace is the DC villains. You started it at the end of Justice League. You continue it. That will save what it should be, because you have a cast of villains that are beyond meta for that. Like, you could build a story, like, take yourself out of space. You can build a story on them and blow that entire movie out of the water.
Hashtag Legion of Doom.
Thank you.
I mean, just like Nadia said, like, I didn't hate the theatrical version of Justice League, but my problem was it bothered me that a Marvel person took it over. And
but he's not a Marvel person. He's only done like what, 2 Marvel? He did the first Avengers movie.
That's one too many.
But how many DC characters, like actors, have gone over into Marvel?
Yeah, a lot of them bounce back. Versa. Yeah, a lot of them bounce back and forth,
which I hate.
But also, like, and I said this to you once before. Before Snyder got removed from position, the original Justice League trailer was dark. You know, the scene with the parademons at the end. Yeah, the sky was blue. It wasn't red. They showed Cyborg footage in that original trailer. True. And because that one trailer got basically like swept under the rug over the course of time, people forgot about that. And when I watched the Snyder Cut trailer, I actually did get a little emotional because I remembered the original trailer. When I saw the Cyborg, the Victor Stone football stuff, field. I was like, yeah, y'all did cut that shit out. And then I was like, wow, they showed Iris West, and I was like, she was supposed to be in it, and
killing his father.
And killing his father. And then I remember the line where Steppenwolf was just like, no lanterns, no Krypton. I was like, yeah, what happened to that? I was like, yo,
he did say that in the movie though. He did say that in the theater.
I don't remember him saying that in the movie, but then it just reminded me like, wow, Josh Whedon fucked this whole thing up.
You can't see. That's the thing. You can't say he didn't fuck it up. He took. It's like somebody coming to you and saying, yo, look, half this movie is done. You fix the rest of it.
But it wasn't even half. Like when I watched the trailer, it literally felt like a completely different movie.
Yeah, because they were like, here, take this and fix it. We have a problem with him. You take it and fix it.
But but him fixing it was only using, because Snyder even said this. He said that Josh Whedon only used 10% of the stuff that he shot. You know, and he changed the color. He brightened everything up. He had he had Batman making.
He marveled it up.
Yeah, he marveled it up. It up. He had Batman making stupid jokes. You know.
And what about all those rumors about him? Like, I'm not going to say purposely ruining the movie, but like getting into like little arguments with the cast and stuff, like trying to take over the Wonder Woman movie, and then like sabotage. I mean, quote unquote sabotaging the movie. Like that's what a lot of people were saying.
He was sent by the mouse.
Yeah, it could. And listen, I will not doubt that. It could be that that's what they're doing. But you know what? That's DC's fault, because at the end of the day, you have good ideas that you're rushing. And because at the end of the day, you know, the ultimate thing I'm waiting to see, I want to see a live action Marvel versus DC.
Yeah. If the mouse plays nice,
He will. If it's a money thing, I want to see a live action Marvel.
well, it might actually happen. It could happen because the mouse is losing a lot of money on the theater, on the theme park. So who knows?
Yeah, on the theme park. But it's like I always say, like, any issues that you have with the DC cinematic universe, it's not a DC problem. Like I hate when people just like, oh, Marvel's great and DC. It's not a DC problem. It's a Warner Brothers executive problem.
True.
Yes.
like DC has a plan. But it's the Warner Brothers executives that are like, yeah, but
Oh, you can't use the black suit. Why?
Yeah.
You just can't use it.
When he said that, when I heard that the reason why they didn't use it was because the Warner Brothers executives didn't understand they didn't understand why he would have a black suit. I was just like, yo, why are these people still employed?
It's like,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Marvel has their mouse executives that'll screw something up quick.
Ask Edgar Wright. Ask Patty Jenkins, who was going to do Thor 2, and then she moved to Wonder Woman, which was a blessing in disguise for us.
But that's another thing. But that's another problem with the Warner Brothers executives. The movies they don't care about. They were just like, well, it's Wonder Woman. It's a female-led thing. Yeah, we'll just let her do whatever.
Exactly. And then it becomes gold.
Yeah, then it becomes gold. So.
Same thing with Joker. It was just like, oh, as long as you stay on the budget, do what you want.
And it became gold.
Yeah.
And then it became gold.
They let James Wan rock. You know, Aquaman made over.
It becomes gold.
And they don't
Aquaman
have,
was
so
amazing,
basically, your DC movie will be good if the execs have no faith in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's get to Justin's.
So just to
Because Suicide Squad. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because Suicide Squad, didn't they write the script in like, what was it, like 6 weeks or something insane?
Yeah.
Like they completely rushed the movie,
And then they completely botched everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's my main issue. Like you just mentioned before, like it's not DC. We have the content. Like there's so many stories that can work from, but the studios are like, oh, here's a budget, make this movie in 5 weeks, and this is all we're giving.
And just to go back to what we were discussing earlier about the Ben Affleck, before I get into what I thought about the Justice League, if the Snyder Cut, this was just rumored, if the Snyder Cut is as popular and is as big as they're hoping for, they're going to try to get Ben on to do his own, the Batman that he had
that he wanted to do
as an HBO Max series. So that's why his goodbye is still going to have a little back door open if he wants to come back. My thoughts on the trailer. First of all, the 4 hours is cool. Yeah. Trailer,
it's like 2 movies.
Like the trailer, hate the music. The Hallelujah just drove me nuts. It's just like Snyder saying, hey,
Why?
I'm back, bitches. Praise me for my vision.
No, but that's the fans' fault because that's the fans' fault because what do you call it? Because what happened was they sat down and begged for it so bad that they begged for it so bad that all they could do is scream about if we don't get the Snyder Cut, it's not going to make any sense. Like that's the only thing. Yeah. Like that's why he put that. I don't blame him for putting that in there because the fans were probably like, he's here, and when the song played, they were like, yeah. That's your. I always said this: if you didn't like the song, that's your fault. Because had you not been hyping him up, he wouldn't have got that arrogant and put that in.
Hallelujah.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like every time the hook came in and they were saying Hallelujah, like that was how I felt watching the trailer.
I'm not gonna lie. The dark side. I was just dark side. I was like, oh shit, yes, nice. Love the cyborg stuff. I thought that was really good. Like I said before. What I'm really excited about this is the fact that the tone that was set up in Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, is continuing. Yeah, like you look at Batman v Superman, you look at the tone of that, and then you watch Joss Whedon's version of Justice League. It doesn't match. It's two different films. Yeah. And with this is that you're getting the tone that's set in Man of Steel. You're getting a tone from Batman v Superman. You're getting that tone, that dark tone. And you're getting the music back from previous iterations, and that's all coming back in. You're getting the pacing back and everything else. So that's what I'm excited to see. I just want to see how it was originally supposed to be seen. If it sucks, it sucks. If it doesn't, then cool. That means we might get more of his vision coming into HBO Max. Yeah. That's officially now its own universe. It's now the Snyderverse. And then I guess what's happening with the Wonder Woman and everything else, apparently the Flash movie is supposed to correct everything and put everything back on course.
And see, that's the only thing I don't like. I don't want it to be the Snyderverse. Just make it part of your universe. And speaking of something you said, Darkseid thing, I don't like. He looks like Caesar with a Greek symbol burned onto his chest. Like
how he came before.
Yeah, he looked young in that clip.
Yeah,
in that opening.
No. It's not even Darkseid. Yeah, it's his. What I forgot his first name.
He looks like Caesar with a Greek symbol on his chest, look. And another thing, DC fans like to talk about Josh Whedon taking things from Marvel. Why does Darkseid's minion look like Thanos' minion from the Avenger movies? There is you put a side by side picture. He looks like a dark elf.
Yeah, he does.
And I'm like, wait,
which minion?
You mean the dude with the hoodie?
Yes, he looks like a dark elf from Thanos.
Yeah, he does.
I have to go back and look at that.
Yeah,
which I'm fine with Darkseid. I'm going to say, as long as he doesn't look.
You mean Korg?
Yes.
From the Thor movies?
Yes. I'm fine with it as long as he doesn't look like I want him to be proper. I want him to sit with his arms folded behind his hand, and he only gets angry when he finally fights Superman. Yeah. He's just so arrogant. He just walks and he shoots the Omega beams at everybody. Or if this is before he really gets the Omega beams, I can deal with it. He doesn't look terrible. He looks good. Definitely looks better than Steppenwolf's old costume. Steppenwolf looks better. I'm going to give the Snyder Cut, which is why I said I don't think it's overhyped. I'm going to give it a chance because it looks like it can actually make the movie better. And I can sit down and say, I just don't like, this is a Snyderverse. Take your head out of your ass. This is the DCU. Let it be continuity because you do great with the TV shows. You do great with the animated cartoons. Mm-hmm. You do great with everything else. Let it all stick together.
Yeah, I'm just glad we get the Cyborg footage back.
Yeah.
Because Ray Fisher had the biggest issue with Josh Whedon, like publicly on Twitter.
Yeah.
And when you watch the Snyder Cut trailer, you're like, oh, that's why. He basically took you out of the film.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be such a big part of it, and
especially with the mother box.
Yeah,
Josh Whedon was like, "You know who I am, boy? Have you seen Alias? Have you seen all the hits I have? Look at my shelf back there. Like, you don't tell me what to do. I tell you, sit your ass back in that seat and watch a pro do it."
But between Cyborg's daddy and Iris, I'm like, oh, so we were moving all the black people. I was like, we cutting out all the black scenes. I get it.
That was Josh Whedon sitting down there like, yeah. You open your mouth one more time, and I'm going to show you where you're going to go. Oh, you want to have a public Twitter war? Well, I guess Cyborg is only going to be in 3 minutes of the movie, like in the beginning and the end. Oh, how's that going to work? Watch me work.
Hold my Disney cup.
So Snyder Cut.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because it looks
hell
like
yeah.
it's going. It looks like it's going.
Now they give it a hell yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be something, and it's probably going to say, like you all say, I didn't hate the Justice League movie. It's got boring in certain parts, but it looks like it's going to make the movie better. So that I will give it a thumbs up for. And the last thing we're going to pick on this list is something I think we all can agree that is the one thing I'm going to walk back. Because I was like, when Justin and I first heard who was going to play him, and I was just like, I don't want my Batman to sparkle.
I was the biggest shit talker.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson's Batman looked so good. I am like when he beat the hell out of that dude. I was like, yo, dude, you really trying to push yourself out of Twilight, huh? Like. That was
all I can think about is that Simpsons scene. Like, stop! He's already dead. Right? Like, he's on the floor and he's just railing. I'm like, dude, like, stop, Batman, stop! Like, he's on the floor already.
My only criticism of it is he doesn't look like Bruce Wayne, but he is playing the hell out of Batman.
You know what? You're the second person that said that. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told him when he texted me. He was like, "Oh, but he's not Bruce Wayne."
He looks more like Dick Grayson.
They said they specifically went out of their way to let us know this is him in year 2.
Yeah.
So if first of all, the Batmobile looks like complete shit. But I accept.
No, I like it.
But
I built it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I hate the Batmobile.
So
but I was like, but then I was like, you know what? This is year 2. It's supposed to look like shit.
No.
You know, like this is year 2 for him. I don't mind the long hair. I don't mind the fact that he looks crazy. He literally just became Batman 12 months ago. Like, I'm not like I can't expect him to be Ben Affleck in year 2.
No. That's not my problem with why he doesn't look like Batman. Batman, he's Batman in year 2.
I'm talking about Bruce Wayne.
No. He's Batman year 2. He's been Bruce Wayne all his life. You know what I'm saying?
But he hasn't been. I learned all the tricks of the trade, Bruce Wayne.
No, not the tricks. He's been Bruce Wayne all his life. He's had etiquette classes. He's had the best teachers. He's had a groomer.
Rich boy.
He's
a groomer, a brush.
He's trained.
Thank you, Nadya. He's had a brush.
He looks like emo Spider-Man. He looks
Thank
like
you.
emo Spider-Man.
Well,
or emo Flash. That episode of emo Flash.
Oh yeah,
when
he had his hair
I'm
long.
not feeling the hair.
And then they made Grant Gustin's bigger for some reason.
They already did the side by side comparisons of Toby's